What if I told you that one of the largest and oldest car makers in the world is on the verge of bankruptcy? Let us find out together. General Motors, GM, is one of the world's largest automakers, with a vision of creating a future with zero emissions, zero crashes, and zero congestion. To achieve this vision, GM has been investing heavily in electric vehicles, EVs, which are powered by batteries instead of gasoline or diesel. However, GM's EV plans have been hampered by some serious challenges with its battery modules, which are the building blocks of the battery packs that stores and deliver energy to the EVs. GM battery modules are supplied by LG Chem, a South Korean company that is one of the world's leading producers of lithium-ion batteries. GM and LG Chem has a long-standing partnership, dating back in 2009 when they jointly developed the battery pack for the Chevrolet Bolt, GM's first plug-in hybrid vehicle. Since then, GM and LG Chem has collaborated on several EV models, such as the Chevrolet Bolt, the Cadillac Lyriq, and the GMC Hummer EV. GM and LG Chem has also jointly built a $2.3 billion battery plant in Ohio, which is expected to produce 30 gigawatt-hours of battery capacity per year. However, GM's battery modules have been plagued by some serious defects that have caused fires in some of the EVs. In November 2020, GM recalled about 68,000 Chevrolet Bolt EVs from the 2017 to 2019 model years. After 5 of them caught fire without being involved in a crash, GM initially blamed the fires on the manufacturing defects in some of the battery cells, which could cause a short circuit and a thermal runaway, a chain reaction of overheating and combustion. GM issued a software update that limited the battery charging to 90% of its capacity and promised to replace the defective battery modules. However, in July 2021, GM announced a second recall for the same Chevrolet Bolt EVs after 2 more of them caught on fire, despite receiving the software update. GM also expanded the recall to include about 73,000 Chevrolet Bolt EVs and EUVs from the 2019 to 2022 model years, bringing the total number of recalled vehicles of about 141,000. GM advised the owners of the recalled vehicles to park them outdoors, away from structures, and to limit the battery charging to 90% or less. GM also said that it would replace all of the battery modules in the recalled vehicles, not just the defective ones. The battery module issues have been a major setback for GM, as they have damaged its reputation, profitability, and competitiveness in the EV market. GM estimated that the recall will cost it about $1.8 billion, which will reduce its earnings by about $800 million in the third quarter of 2021. GM also said that it will seek reimbursement from LG Chem for the recall costs, but the details of the agreement are not yet clear. GM has also faced lawsuits from some of the owners of the recalled vehicles, who have claimed that GM knew about the battery defects and failed to warn them or fix them. The battery module issues have also affected GM's production and launch of its new EV models, such as the Cadillac Lyriq and the GMC Hummer EV. GM's Chief Financial Officer Paul Jacobson revealed at an investor conference in September 2021 that the battery module issues have impacted GM's EV lineup and that GM has been working with LG Chem to resolve them. Jacobson said that GM has been testing the new battery modules from LG Chem, which has been produced with updated manufacturing process at plants in Michigan. Jacobson said that GM expects to begin replacing battery modules in the recalled vehicles as soon as October 2021, and that GM hopes to resume the production and launch of its new EV models by the end of 2021 or early 2022. The battery module issues have been a major challenge for GM as it strives to achieve its vision for an all-electric future. GM has also said that it plans to invest $35 billion in EVs and autonomous vehicles by 2025 and that it aims to sell 1 million EVs per year by 2025. GM has also said that it aspires to phase out gasoline and diesel vehicles by 2035 and to become carbon neutral by 2040. However, to realize these goals, GM has to overcome the battery module issue and to restore the trust and confidence of its customers, partners, and stakeholders. GM has to prove that its EVs are safe, reliable, and convenient, that they offer a superior driving experience and environmental benefits. GM has to make its battery module work, or else it may face the risk of losing its competitive edge in the EV market. GM has planned to introduce several new EV models, such as the Chevrolet Blazer EV, Equinox EV, and the recently launched Cadillac Escalade IQ. These models are based on GM's Ultium battery platform, which is supposed to offer high performance and efficiency. However, the battery module issues have cast a shadow over these plans. The battery module issues have also forced GM to temporarily close its Kami assembly plant in Ontario, Canada, for 2 weeks in July. This plant produces some of the GM's EV models and was affected by the battery shortage. This closure further highlights the impact of the battery module issues on GM's operation and its EV production. Ultium is GM's in-house battery technology that is supposed to power its entire EV lineup. It represents GM's commitment to the EV market and its effort to develop advanced technologies to compete with other automakers. However, the current issues is with the battery module have raised questions about the reliability and effectiveness of this technology. The battery module issue could potentially affect GM's reputation and its position in the EV market. It could also lead to delay in the launch of its new EV models, which could affect its market share and competitiveness. However, it could lead to increased costs for GM as it may need to invest more resources to resolve these issues and ensure the quality and performance of its EV models. A recently survey by GD Power, a company that researches consumer options, reveals the declining interest in the electric cars amongst Canadians. The survey, conducted annually, gauges the willingness of Canadians to consider buying an electric car for the next vehicle purchases, and compares the result with those of the United States, where the electric cars are most common. The 2023 survey released in June 29 revealed that only 34% of Canadians would consider buying an electric car. This is a significant drop from 2022 when 47% of Canadians expressed interest in the electric vehicle. In contrast, 61% of the Americans said they are likely to buy an electric car this year. So, why are Canadians less enthusiastic about electric cars? According to the survey, there are several reasons. One is the cost of electric cars, which are still more expensive than gas-powered vehicles. Another reason is the lack of charging stations and reliable electricity supply in some part of Canada. Many Canadians are worried that they might not be able to charge their car easily or that the power grid will not be able to handle the increased demand. These concerns reflect the broader challenges of transitioning to electric vehicles, including the need for significant investment in charging infrastructure and upgrades to the power grid. Electric vehicles, EVs, face unique challenges in extreme cold weather. Cold temperature can reduce the efficiency of lithium-ion batteries, which are commonly used in EVs. The chemical reaction that takes place in the battery are slower in colder temperatures, leading to reduced battery capacity and range. This means that EVs may not be able to travel as far on a single charge in cold weather compared to more moderate condition. Regenerative braking, a feature in many EVs that converts kinetic energy back into electric energy to recharge the battery, may also be less effective in cold weather. Colder temperature can limit the ability for a battery to accept a charge, reducing the regenerative braking efficiency. Moreover, people living in cold regions will likely use more energy for the EV's cabin heating. Heating in EVs typically relies on battery power. In cold weather, the demand for heating the cabin can significantly reduce the available energy for driving, further affecting the range. Some EVs employ energy-efficient heat pumps to mitigate this issue. Extremely cold temperature can also affect the speed at which an EV charges. The charging process relies on chemical reactions within the battery, which can be slowed down in cold temperature. This can result in longer charging times, which can be inconvenient for EV owners. But what do you think? Do you believe that GM can overcome its battery modules issue and become a leader in EVs? Or do you think that GM is doomed to fail and lose its competitive edge in the EV markets? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.